All right, what's good, people? It is one half of the Smoking Oak podcast. My co-host Greg isn't in studio today, but you know, in case you didn't know, I still can do this thing. He gonna be. Don't worry about that. Just know I'm here today, and as my guest, I have my friend, longtime friend, Eddie Baque.
Just Eddie.
Just Eddie. Also one half of the Primos for Life podcast, as you can see.
For life.
Exactly. So, Eddie, what we smoking on?
Well, what I got here is a Camacho. I went light today. It's a Connecticut cut, right? Normally, based on the stories that you've told already, I usually smoke the green. It's more of like a darker leaf. It's like it has the green label, and it's like from Ecuador, because it's like the leaf I believe is Nicaraguan, but the tobacco is Ecuadorian.
Nice.
So, but this one I decided to go lighter. You know, it's the middle of the week. I'm a professional. I gotta keep it light. You know,
you gotta keep it light. You know, I understand it, because sometimes you don't want to be feeling too lightheaded after a stick. You just want something to smooth, chill you out. That's what's up. Also, if you haven't noticed or paid attention to the podcast, when I mentioned my first cigar, this man was with me the day he gave me the green leaf Camacho that he was talking about. And he's the reason why I don't smoke Camachos anymore.
You know what? But we're gonna have to redeem that. You know what I mean? Like one day, not today. Like I'll give you a chance, but next time we do this.
Next time, because we definitely will be back.
Yeah.
Definitely will be back. Next time I'll get a Camacho. But for me, I'm smoking on a De La Cruz.
Ooh,
Habano.
Fancy.
I actually met the owner this weekend.
Nice.
Over at another cigar lounge called Elena's. Check that out. If not, you'll see us in there as well. I'm going to try to hit a couple more cigar lounges and stuff like that. He's got a Habano. He's got a Maduro. He's got a Short Dog, a Connecticut. He's got a whole line.
Yeah.
Whole line. Gave us a whole backstory. Nice brands. Very smooth. I like something smooth. Like I said, if I want to do a Maduro, I plan on having some fun.
Yeah.
After Maduro. But as you can see, we are not in Lakeland Loft like we was for the last two episodes. We are in Estate Cigars in St.PETE. It is a hidden gem that my good friend Eddie here put me on to. And if Evan will give us some time, he'll come in here and give us his time for a little bit. But it's a nice cigar. Y'all come check it out.
So you're wearing something funny, right? Mm-hmm. So as you were doing your intro and doing all this, I'm in podcast mode now, so frequent that I'm just like, I'm ready to be like, so what made you want to do this? You know, like,
come on.
What made you want to start smoking oak? Like, what?
Truthfully, the reason why, so me and my boy Greg, I met Greg through an event. I was the photographer at his event, and we was just like-minded people. So we started hanging out.
The vibe was there?
The vibe was there, and then, so I had told him, I said, yo, I want to start, by this time I'm smoking cigars on a daily basis. So I told him, I said, I want to start a cigar podcast.
Yeah.
Now his background, he has his own beverage promotion. He promotes liquor brands and things like that.
Okay.
So he's got like Remy Cointreau, Uncle Near's. Those are some of his biggest brands that he has on his account. So I was like, bro, what we gonna call it? So we went to ChatGPT. ChatGPT gave us a couple names, and one name that I thought he liked, that he said he didn't like, was the Aged Hour. Which I get it, you know.
Yeah.
But
it doesn't ring. It doesn't have that ring.
So when he was like, nah, I like smoking oak, I was like, yeah. Because I'm the smoke, he's the oak kind of thing.
Yeah.
But we both, like, he's put me on to so many liquors. Like now, before, back in the day, when we hang, we always mixing we have a chaser.
Yeah.
I don't chase anymore.
We don't need to. We established now.
We're very established young men.
Yeah.
I say young.
Yeah.
All right.
More or less, right?
More or less.
You know.
But yeah, so he put me on to so many different liquors. So I was just like, okay, And then the concept of this podcast is barbershop talk, but in a cigar lounge setting.
Yeah.
You know?
I like that. That's really cool. I think what makes that so much fun is that, now it brings a certain versatility. You bring in worlds together now because, you have a wrestling podcaster on the show.
Exactly.
One day you'll have an athlete on the show. One day you'll have, like a Nobel Prize winner. Because what could bring all those people together is smoking a cigar, enjoying a nice bourbon or a nice whiskey, something that pairs well, and just good conversation. Good people, good conversations.
Good people. So my question to you, why did you want to start a wrestling? Well, I don't know why, but I can understand the wrestling part because you're a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah. So here's the story behind it, right?
Okay.
So basically what ended up happening was, my primo Julian, right? Latinos, they got a lot of primos. So shout outs to Julian for that one.
Yeah, y'all do.
So yeah, we do. So basically what happened was, he was like, I was getting mad at him, right? And this is how it really all started. Because he was like, always asking for advice. He's the younger little brother. He's like, oh, what do I do about this girl? What do I about do this job? Like, I'm trying to lose weight. What about my money? All this stuff. Because he's like newly into the world.
Okay.
So I was like, Julian, you know what? Why don't we like in podcast format? I was like, let's do like a journal, like a digital journal. Like I interview you, you give your dumb responses, and then 2 weeks from now, when you feel like doing something dumb, play it back and hear yourself speak. In reality, I was like, hear how stupid you sound, right? But I mean, we're all young and dumb, so not like stupid in a bad way, but stupid like, talk yourself out of it.
Yeah.
So he got super excited. The next day, he sends me like one of those $80 like Amazon podcast bundles with like the rickety arm and like the crazy soundboard, like with sounds from like the 70s. And I was like, okay. But then what happens to everybody is that life happens. And at this point, I'm already hyped. I got momentum. And he got caught up with work. 1 week he was work. 1 week he got sick. The other week his girl got sick. And then like a month later, he's like, oh, we're going to do this thing or not? But then by all that time, I was like, well, I got a new toy. Let me, do test runs with everybody.
Gotcha.
So like I hit up my father-in-law. He's, former law enforcement. So I was like, let's do movie reviews or let's do sports. Let's do this. So I hit up, my father-in-law. I hit up, a bunch of people basically doing a test run with them. And it wasn't until I called my cousin Ariel and my cousin Alex. And I was like, hey guys, I want to do like a wrestling podcast. And I need you guys to be like my guests. Would you guys be down? So they both said yes. Once the day showed up, basically my cousin Alex was like, hey, family emergency, I'm not going to be able to do this. And Ariel was like, oh, but I'm still down. And I was like, okay, cool. So we ran it. My boy was sick. He was like hoarse. It was rough. It was a terrible first episode. But the potential was there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I once we were done, I played it back. I listened to it. I did minor edits. And I was like, we have chemistry. There's something here. And I called him the next day and I was like, all right, congratulations. You're my new co-host. And he's like, what? We're really doing this? And I was like, yeah, man. Listen to it and tell me what you think. He went on another podcast, his boy's podcast, who's a stand-up comedian. Awesome show. It's called Ex Drinking Buddies. Check that out. It's a good podcast. And he's like, yeah, no, this is terrible. I don't know why this is a good idea. But then like anything in life, you put the time, you put the effort, you do the reps. And now we're like 7 months in. We've interviewed like on record, probably like 7-8 wrestlers. And we just finished with 2 female wrestlers that can't disclose yet, but stay tuned to primosforlife.com.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
And check those interviews out. But yeah, and then that just turned into our project. So now we do wrestling recaps. We'll watch Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, any type of wrestling events that happen during the week. We'll talk about it in our own way, Latino style. We'll give them nicknames. We'll say Spanish words here and there.
Of course.
And then we have a little segment called Lucha Hot Tag, where like whatever is pissing me off about wrestling, it's like a therapy session for me. 20 minutes in, we just like talk about it. I say my piece, Ariel says his piece, and we're done, and we never talk about it again. And then obviously we have the interviews. So
Yeah.
we're slowly growing. We're still trying to figure it out, but it's been fun. You know what I mean? It's like
That's good.
I look forward to it, and it keeps me happy.
Yeah.
You know, amongst other things. But yeah,
The process I find is better, and we're gonna expand on that because we're gonna talk about Unreal.
oh yeah,
We're gonna
that's a
talk
good
about the process, but the process now is what I'm starting to fall in love with when it comes to anything. As you know, I do photography, so like
Right.
the process of me, finding different lighting situations, or the process of me finding a new location that I can photograph in, or the process of a new editing trick that I done found in my post editing and stuff like that. I like that more so than the finished product. The finished product is always good.
Yeah.
But it's the finished product. It's the money shot.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
we look for.
Yeah.
It's the process of getting to it is what now I'm starting to be like, okay, I'm taking my time on it, really paying attention to it and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah, but the thing about it is like you learn, first of all, you're learning a new skill set, especially you who already was in that medium already
Yeah.
with photography. Now you're taking it to the next level. And I think that's the exciting part because
Yeah.
like if you see, my podcast, I mean, obviously you've seen my podcast, like it's webcam based. It's almost like a Zoom call, just not through Zoom. But like, my wife has, a podcast where a friend of hers, and that forced me to learn, okay, how do we do kind of like this, an in-person, multi-camera, multi-lights, that whole thing. And man, like I was excited because now I went from basically editing, production, booking to now producing. Right? I mean, I'm like basically a producer at that point.
Technically, yes.
And it's like you're adding layers to your skill set.
Yeah.
And for me, that's only 7 months. So I can't even wait. By the year, I'd be like, bro, I'm gonna be on TV, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You really can, and it just adds another dynamic level to this resume that we build as human beings. Where, I mean, what we met like seven years ago, bro.
Yeah, about 7 years, man.
It's a long time. First off,
Yeah.
but you never thought we'd be doing a podcast,
Never.
smoking cigars, and things like that. But
Yeah.
you evolve and you move on and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm in the same with you as far as the producer because I'm the creative of the couple of me and Greg.
Yeah.
So it's like I get his input, but I'm also kind of thinking through of, okay, well, what can I do that not only looks good but stands out but is still on brand
And get people's attention.
and get people's attention.
Because you're right. You said the key word, on brand, because now you went from just having fun to now like, oh man, I'm creating a brand here.
Exactly.
So now like you think about the merch, you think about the hats, like, and that's what I did too. So see, for me, I'm a visual
Yeah.
learner, visual anything.
Yeah.
So like, people after like the first 2 months that were genuinely interested in the podcast, they were like, yo, when are you gonna do shirts or hats? And I was like, I mean, anybody could just go on a website and get it done, but I was
Yeah.
like, but I want to see it.
Yeah.
So what did I do? I went to the mall. I went to one of those, print stores, and I was like, listen, here's the image. Let me see it on a shirt. And I think it's this shirt, actually. This is the first one I did. And I was like, yeah, okay. We got something here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it kind of makes you like solidify this dream or this hobby. And it's like, you know what? It could be more than what it is at this point. And then
Yeah.
you get excited about the possibilities. So I think that's the beauty of it. I think that's
Yeah.
the beauty of it because you're right. You fall in love with the process.
Exactly.
And part of the process is all of that. You know what I mean? So it's a good one.
I love it. So let's get into the nitty gritty, man. I seen it. You've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. You love it.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yes.
What's your thoughts on it?
Okay, so for the Smoking Oak listeners, right? So we're talking about WWE's Netflix documentary called Unreal, where Triple H and company decided to pull the curtain back and show the fans and anybody that's true fan of wrestling or just a passing by fan or not even interested in wrestling at all, shows you the process, how somebody gets pushed, how they need to pivot when things happen, when people get injured, etc. And to be honest with you, I love it. And I'll tell you why I love it. I love it because I understand kayfabe. Like kayfabe, for the listeners, kayfabe is like not breaking the fourth wall. Kayfabe is just keeping in character. That's the term they use. They've used that since the 80s, 70s, probably even before that. But the thing is, like, we're not in the 90s anymore. We're not in the early 2000s anymore. Social media is real. Social media is here. And as much as people try to keep things secret, something's always going to leak. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like Triple H was like, you know what? Instead of like trying to keep these people guessing, let's just put it all out there. Mm-hmm. And you know, it's funny because now with wrestling now, you have no idea what's real or fake anymore because they genuinely lie to you now. Yeah. You know, because
they genuinely lie to you, and to the point where I know you've seen the episode with Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
And the episode where they were going about, it was an episode where there was like, I don't know if they're ready for it, and it was highlighting Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
And she went off on, I can't remember the lady's name.
Oh, Tiffany.
Yeah. And Triple H came was like, was that a part of the script? And they was like, no.
It's like, you need to go apologize.
You need to go apologize because they was hitting below the belt.
And there was real digs. And see, as a fan, someone that knows what's going on, you could tell when it's like, okay, that script. And the moment, you know, she was like, the only, you know, championships you got going on is, you know, you're 3-0 in divorces.
Ooh.
I was like, nah, that was real.
That's
like,
real.
Porsche, like if you rewatch it, you look at Charlotte's face, like, you know, she's already a blonde hair white girl. She just got paler.
Yeah.
And you were just like, okay, how is she gonna bounce back with that? And the way she bounced back, she was like, oh, is that why Kaiser, which is like another wrestler that's dating Tiffany, she was like, oh, is that why Kaiser's in my DMs? So it's like you try to strike back.
Yeah.
Both, but you know, you took the real element of it and made it too real for television, and now you brought it to everybody on stage. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's wild. That was wild.
that was wild. What was your favorite episode?
My favorite episode was, well, to be honest with you, because it was only 4 episodes, right? So I think, I don't know. I really don't have a favorite episode. I like the whole thing.
Yeah.
As a whole because, well, you know what? I'll tell you what my favorite scene was. My favorite scene, because as a wrestling podcaster, it just confirmed what
I already know
me.
what you're gonna talk about because we talked about this offline.
And is the scene where they tell everybody's in the boardroom and they decide that who's gonna win the Royal Rumble, and they're like, it's got to be Jey Uso. Jey Uso's hot right now. He's the #1 merch. He's clicking with the fans. He should be the one to win. Mm-hmm. So when Triple H goes and tells him, he's like, hey, we're gonna put a rocket on you. Are you ready for the task? Yep. And he was like, yeah, boss, you got it. Thank you for the opportunity. Da 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 da. But then, like, as the episode progresses, you see that, like, closer to WrestleMania, guys started to flop. He looked a little slow. He looked all these things, and no shame because these guys are on the road for like 200 plus on the day. You know what I mean?
And also in the episode, he admits a couple of times like I was gassed,
right?
Or even tells Triple H I was gassed in that match,
exactly,
stuff like that. So,
but the point that we liked as a wrestling podcast is during the time that this was all happening, as we were watching the build up to WrestleMania, you'll hear it in some of our episodes. Ariel and I are like, "What's wrong with Jay?" Like. This is why, people get the title taken away from them quickly. This guy's messing up moves. He's looking slow. He's looking out of shape. As a champion, you're the face of the company. You can't look like that. And Ariel was like, no, you give the guy a break, like he injured himself and this and that. I was like, well, either forfeit the title or do something. But at the moment, we're just dumb fans, like speculating.
Exactly.
So what Unreal did was confirm that we're not dumb.
Yeah.
We know what we're looking at.
We know what we're looking at.
we know what we
see.
What
we see.
Yeah.
That's what's up. For me, it was the whole thing because, like I said, talking about the process. I like this. Also, like to know how things were made or how they came to be.
Yeah.
So for me, it was the whole build up to turning John Cena heel for me.
Yeah.
And how close to the chest that they kept that information.
Oh yeah, with the 6 people involved.
With the 6 people involved, and then it from Triple H talking to who we talked to? Cody, from Triple H going to John Cena talking
to The Rock, to Nick Khan.
everything, to Nick Khan is like, and it was crazy because in the episode they talk about the episode or the match before that. I can't remember where they was at, but you could probably tell me where The Rock gives Cody the proposition to come to the dark side, basically.
And then Cody had to make the decision at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
So Elimination Chamber was in Canada, and that's where he had to make the decision, and Cody was like, go F yourself. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, John Cena's face, like, turns, and everybody's like, what just happened? Yeah. And it was an incredible moment. Like, it was really good.
But seeing that process, man, I didn't know The Rock had, like, all the wrestlers have like a team of writers, but The Rock has his own personal.
Bro.
And it's not like a one-off. Like, they call him when The Rock is coming on.
Yeah.
He like, no, I got my writer. He knows me.
So see that part right there, as a wrestling fan, aggravated the crap out of me.
Really?
Yes, because my thing is this, right? It's like, I understand you're a board member of TKO. I understand that you're this big Hollywood star, and I understand that you're a legend, right? Because nobody's gonna deny that. Yeah. The guy's a legend in the business, right? But in that same respect, like, my thing is, if Nick Khan and Triple H are saying, hey, this is the way to go for the story purpose, you got to remember, Triple H is the one running the business part of it, right? Like, he's the one running the stories. He's the one directing everything. He got people to delegate and all that stuff. But the reason why the product's good and has been good for the last 5 years is because Triple H gets the final say. Mm-hmm. So for another ego to come in and be like, okay, let me run it by my own team and see if that works, that's too many ideas clashing, because now you're giving The Rock too much creative control to do that. I get it. He could. He's the guy. If anybody could do it, it'd be him. The issue is, as a fan, more things could have happened from that point till now, that probably was taken away from us as fans because of his creative team. So it's like, stop being a prima donna and go back to being a wrestler if you're coming back. You know?
I understand that, but I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. I'm Team Rock all the way. I've been Team Rock. Look, I gotta cheer for the brothers, bro.
You're right.
Even though The Rock really don't be claiming to be black like that, but it's cool.
I mean, he was part of the Nation of Domination back in the day with Farouk, Mark Henry, D'Lo Brown,
of course,
Godfather.
You know, but outside of wrestling, he claimed his Samoan side more. Yeah. And I get it.
Yeah.
I really do get it, because they see you as black anyways. So you need to go ahead and highlight the parts that they don't see. But no, I'm Team Rock, bro.
Yeah.
That's just a flex for me. Like, I love it. Yeah, I got my own writer.
Yeah.
I should have my own writer.
Yeah, but no.
But I'm not a big fan like that. Like, my brother and my dad, they're the more bigger fans than me. Like, they come over and they have watch parties for SummerSlam and stuff like that. Like, I got a video on my phone that I'm gonna show you afterwards, bro. Yeah. When Jey Uso won the title, my sister-in-law, you would have thought Chris Brown was dancing in front of her, bro.
Wow.
She was
that crazy.
She could have cried.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was good though. He definitely stepped it up and like showed that he deserved to be champion. Mm-hmm. Because so for me, I'm a Gunther guy. So like I'm a wrestling purist. Gunther? Yes. So I'm a wrestling purist because my thing is this, right? You're a good wrestler if you can make a gimmick like that work. And the fact that it's 2025 and he's, running this ring general, almost like Nazi European-esque kind of like, character, and it still works, is like, plus he's fantastic in the ring.
That's what I was just about to say. I was like, he can wrestle.
Yes, he can wrestle anybody. He can wrestle a mop, and it'll be fantastic. It'll be a 5-star match.
I'm not even going to hold you. I'm not saying they don't have him now, but the last person I can really think of, God rest his soul, is Chris Benoit, bro.
Yeah.
Chris Benoit was a wrestler. Like, he could wrestle with the best of them.
Yeah.
But you have those guys where their character really doesn't bring in that much draw, but you don't need to when you can wrestle like that.
You don't need to. Yeah.
You really don't need to.
Yeah.
Another thing I saw is they highlighted on putting over a wrestler with Charlotte Flair and Tiffany when, you know, she put her over. A lot of people don't understand, like, your time is coming as a young head and an old head.
Yeah.
You know, it just depends. Like Charlotte said, somebody did it for me, so that's what I like, though. Them showing that, like, I can still be that stepping stone for somebody. Let me put you over, put you on. My time has been had. And things like that. So,
but that's the way. But that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, she's like a 14-time like women's champion. Like, you've had your time in the spotlight. Be there to lift up and guide other people. You know what I mean? I think that in one of the latest episodes that we had on the Primos for Life podcast, we were talking about like the whole Goldberg retirement situation, right?
I saw that.
And the issue with that is, like, one of the Primos for Life alumni. Now, mind you, these are guys that been in the wrestling business, been, you know, in dark matches at WWE, been in ECW, have wrestled everybody, but you would never know it because they do it on the independent scenes.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, like, you know, after Goldberg's, you know, tantrum about his retirement match, you know, you take a look at the future and you think about his son. You know, his son, if he doesn't make it in football, he's going to come to wrestling.
Of course.
And now you're going to write the coattails of your father's name. And the question is, are you going to be a jerk when you come into the business, or are you going to be humble? Like, you want to earn everything. And one of the things that these guys said, going back to Charlotte Flair, is like, you need a locker room leader. So any veteran that's in the locker room at that time has to be the one to put them in check. And that's how you keep the balance on the talent. But if you got a bunch of like millennials and younger people coming into the company, like any company, whether it's business, it's you know, cigars, or owning a store, or like a Fortune 500 company, the next generation of people is going to dictate the culture of the company. So if you have a bunch of bratty, you know, nepotism kids coming into to become wrestlers, oh, my dad was Goldberg, you know, I deserve to be title.
Exactly.
But then you look at like a Dominic Mysterio. Dominic is so over right now because he's like, F you, dad. I don't want the Mysterio name. I'm the better Mysterio. And he's going through this like punk, degenerate, like low life gimmick.
Yeah. But no, man, I don't like Dominic, bro.
Nah, Dominic he's the man. Bro.
You know what's so crazy? The reason why I'm a nostalgia guy, bro. Like Rey Mysterio, The Rock, you know, they still have a place in my heart.
Of course.
But I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. He's making it work. I recognize it. I see it, you know? And he can wrestle.
Yeah. But I agree with you, because I'm a nostalgia guy too. Because believe it or not, so I recently went to SummerSlam, right? And I went with a crew of people, and, you know, I had some conversations with some youngsters, right? And they, like, I say youngsters, right? Because they're in their 20s, early 20s,
exactly.
You know? And the crazy thing about it, like, look at this statement and tell me you don't feel some type of way hearing this statement. This one kid was like, hey, yo, Seth Rollins is the Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart of this generation. And I was like, at first I was like, get out of my face with that. I mean, Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels are legends in their own right.
But
he's right.
He's right.
But he's right.
He's right.
Because he's a workhorse. He's everywhere. Love him or hate him, people want to see him.
And women love him.
And I'm just like, I hated the statement. As a throwback fan, I hated it. But he's not wrong.
I saw one, bro. It said Roman Reigns is equivalent to The Rock.
Yes. He's reached that level where he is a Stone Cold, a Rock, where the moment his music hits, the moment people see him, people freak out.
Yeah.
My wife only watches because of Roman Reigns. Like straight up. The only wrestling shirt she owns is the original Tribal Chief shirt. Then she got a Primos for Life shirt. Like, that's it.
She didn't
so
get
I'm
a
second.
Primos for Life
I'm
shirt
second.
before?
I'm second.
I mean, I get it though. She was watching wrestling before you start a podcast, so I get it. But still.
Yeah, no. She got hooked with the Roman and Cody finish the storyline, like from 2 years ago, from when they were in Los Angeles. Once I started watching again from that point, she got hooked. Now she watches with me, and she's like, you know what she said to me the other day? She's like, I can't wait for Braun Breaker to turn on Seth Rollins. And I was like, The fact that you're using wrestling terminology, turn on Seth Rollins, like, but it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
But that means she knows the product. That means
Yes.
she's paying attention and she's understanding. You know, wrestling fandom is like another language.
Yeah.
Anything is another language. That's why, you know, you have wine tasting, you got cigar tasting, you got cigar pairings with certain bourbons and whiskeys, things like that. There's a culture and a language for everything. It's wild. But it's a great time.
But that also is a testament to the WWE brand, because now Triple H isn't stupid. He knows people know that it's not all real. He just turned your wife into a fan who had probably before she met you wasn't even thinking of wrestling.
She thought wrestling was dead.
Thought wrestling was dead.
Yeah.
Now she owns a Primos for Life shirt. I'm gonna say that first.
Thank you.
And then a Roman Reigns shirt.
Boo.
Exactly. But it just shows it's like, why are we trying to keep the facade of it's real, quote unquote? Let's pull the curtain back.
Yeah.
And our true fans, they're gonna be like, oh, I knew that. You just gave me confirmation.
Right.
And the people that didn't was like, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Now I'm intrigued to watch.
Exactly. It was a win-win for sure. It was brilliant on their part. 1,000%.
And like for me, going back to Unreal, when they mentioned what's it called, the gorilla room?
Gorilla position.
The gorilla position. First off, that is a dope ass name.
Right.
For any secret room.
Yeah. Gorilla position.
Gorilla position. I was like,
yes.
Wrestling just never ceased to amaze me with like the names. You got babyface for a good guy, heel for a bad guy.
Yeah.
You just said one where
Kayfabe.
Yeah. Which John Cena keeps the kayfabe up. Like he's
one of the purists. He tries.
One of the purists. He tries.
Yeah.
Speaking about the episode where he went heel. The episode before that, they showed him in the room with the interviewers, and they asked him, "Is like, are you going to turn heel?"
Yeah, he's like, you gotta have to wait and see.
You gotta wait and see. You know, he said something to the point where he was like, "No."
Yeah, like never gonna happen.
Never gonna happen. It's crazy.
But I will tell you one thing though. If it wasn't for Triple H being in charge, I think that's the only reason it did happen.
Yeah.
Because if McMahon was still in charge, he would have died a babyface. Like John Cena would have retired.
He would have retired a babyface.
Yep.
But because he switched back to a babyface, right?
So here's the thing, right? The problem was, yes, early in his career he did go heel, but it was like a good heel. It was kind of like Batman. Like he was like the anti-hero. Yeah. Then he stayed pure face. Pure face. That's what they call it. Purist, like white meat baby face is what they call it. It's purist of the pure. Yeah, hey, that's wrestling terminology. And he went heel, and now he's back to being, because you got to remember he has like maybe like 10 more appearances left before he officially retires. So now he wants to end his final parts of his career as a babyface. Which
I understand it and I get it. It's just dope for the simple fact that like he dabbled in being a heel.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was good at it.
He was fantastic at it.
He was fantastic at it.
So good. Bro, he cut a promo in Belgium on this little fat kid. I mean, he's not a little fat kid. Let's just call him a kid, right? Homeboy was wearing the shirt, the hat, and you could tell he just bought it because the stickers were still on it. And he was like, "You guys," he was telling the whole crowd, "You guys are toxic, and you know whether you love me or hate me, you're still gonna buy my merch." Like this little fat kid, and then they zoom in on his face. Like, this poor kid's like, "Huh?" Like, bro, like why would you do that? He's gonna remember that.
And also too, you don't know if that kid is a what you call them. The people you hire in movies just to be...
Oh, like an extra or a plant?
Yes.
No.
You don't know. Bro.
You're right. He could have been.
He could have been an extra.
He absolutely could have been.
Because they have extras in the crowds.
Right. Which I couldn't believe. I was like, yo, these guys be lying to us.
Bro.
In every level.
So, like, just think about every celebrity that you've seen at a WWE event.
Yeah. They always...
They're an extra.
Well, it's funny that you say that. Because the live events that I've been to... Right? They just bring them out just for the camera.
Yeah.
So when I went to the Tampa show over at USF, Monday, I think it was Monday Night Raw, that comedian, Burke Kreischer, the big dude,
Yes.
right? Homeboy, he's a huge wrestling fan. Bro, the whole night I didn't see him. Out of nowhere, he shows up behind the commentators.
Yeah.
And, you know, you see him on camera, oh, Burke Kreischer is here, da-da-da-da. Cool. As soon as the shot is done, he goes back to the back.
Yep.
And I was like, bro, that dude wasn't sitting there the whole time.
Yep. Yep.
So you're right, they do that all the time.
It's crazy, bro. Like when they were showing the I Show Speed
Yeah.
episode.
That was awesome.
Oh, he was really hurt.
Oh yeah, bro.
He was really
Ron is
hurt.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's speed,
crazy.
bro.
I'm not doing that. Did you see the
gash?
the rug burn or whatever you want to call it?
Yeah,
bro?
it was rough.
That was crazy. And then I ain't gonna hold you. I'm glad they brought Travis Scott back and let John Cena get his revenge. Cause not John Cena, but Cody get his revenge. Cause the way he slapped my boy in the face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, bro, you gotta see me in the parking lot.
But look at Cody. Such a professional.
Such a professional.
The fact that he was like, hey, I get it. He can't get mad at him because he knows he's not a wrestler. He knows that he's not part of the business.
Yes.
So it's like, it was a mistake. Cool. You know, I'm gonna get my receipt back. But, you know, but that's the thing. That's why people like Logan Paul, when he first came in, he was like, yeah, I don't want to just do this to do this. I want to show that I deserve to be here. And he put in the time and the effort. Yeah. Look at Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny had one of the best shows against him and Damian Priest in Puerto Rico. Go watch that match at Backlash, like from 2 years ago. Probably match of the year for WWE. Because Bad Bunny actually learned how to wrestle, learned how to do these moves, and Damian Priest, being the professional that he is, made him look so good too. The whole thing was fantastic. It was the loudest crowd. I mean, it's Puerto Rico. It's his people. He's just like, I'm home. Fantastic.
Talk about maximizing your revenue with
bro.
That one, bro.
That's what they do. That's what they do. They know what they're doing.
Bro. But going back to the whole Cody thing, man, this is the photographer and creative in me, bro. When they did that final reveal of his face,
oh yeah,
bro, you could have thought it was some kind of horror movie because the whole scene, you only see the back of Cody Rhodes' face, head.
Right.
And then when he finally gets into some proper light, he looks back. You could have thought that's the shot you see in a horror movie.
That's like Thriller.
When the villain is like Thriller, bro. It really was like Thriller.
Yeah, it was
that
good.
shot was so amazing because it really shows you it's like, this shit is not fake.
Nah.
The script and the storylines are.
Yeah.
But the taxing that you put on your body.
Yeah, bro. A lot of these guys go through it, you know, just for our entertainment. And it's funny because recently MVP, who's now over at AEW, he put out a message to all up and coming wrestlers. He's like, hey, stop doing these high flying moves. You know, if you're an independent wrestler getting $25 a match, like stop doing that because you're never gonna last in this business as far as like longevity. But I mean, the other side of the coin is the reason why they do it is because that's what gets them noticed.
Yeah.
That's what gets them to the next level. That's what gets them, you know, fighting in a Tampa gymnasium and gets them invited to AEW and gets them invited, you know, to a tryout at WWE or TNA. And that's how it goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm telling you, man, wrestling has touched so many different like areas of life, whether it's fashion, whether it's entertainment. Freaking homeboy, he's a rapper, West Side Gun. West Side Gun has a wrestling promotion. It's called Fourth Row.
Really?
And he got Zilla Fatu. He got Enzo Amore. Remember that dude?
Yeah.
You know, the Hardys are the tag champions there.
What?
And let me tell you, it is so dope. First of all, the shows are exclusive. Like, homeboy got one in New York coming up in like I think by the end of the week, where it's like $70, $80 a person, and it's like very intimate and mind you got these like up and coming wrestlers and throwbacks, you know, like the Hardy Boys. And then the cool thing about it is like, it's all hip hop, like, what's it called? Not enthused, but hip hop based. It's like the swag, the things. Bro, they have a hat, right? I want to get it so bad. It's a hat that just says heels, just in big letters, like all black with red heels and a couple of scorpions. And it's like the dopest thing you ever seen.
Jeez.
And I'm just like, yo, I need to get that. ASAP. But I'm telling you, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's even on
it out.
Minute Maid juices, bro. You see, like Cody Rhodes is on Minute Maid juice
Yes,
now.
Minute Maid juices, bro. It's like them
Everywhere.
transitioning to Netflix and
Yeah, the
everything
Netflix
else.
deal was
the
huge.
Netflix deal was huge, but I was talking to my dad and my brother. They're kind of upset because I think the other platforms like SmackDown and stuff is switching from USA to something else.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're all going to ESPN. Disney
Yeah.
got the deal now. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's wild. And then it's funny. Did you hear that all the stuff online about Cody being black? Right? You didn't hear that?
No.
Bro, Cody Raheem Rhodes? You haven't heard that whole thing? Bro. Cody Raheem Rhodes?
Cody Raheem. Now, what I will tell you is I did not know his wife was black.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Brandy's, yeah.
The way
She's
his
awesome.
father, Dusty Rhodes, was dressing, you could have thought his wife was black.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, first off, I didn't know Dusty Rhodes had that swag like that.
Oh, he did. Yeah. You know,
Bruh.
he's a big guy. He's your average American big dude. He was just like, I'm here to, take names and show you that anybody could do this. Yeah, he was a throwback, man. He was a throwback.
Yes, he was, bro.
Yeah, I got to show you some videos about Cody Raheem Rhodes. Remind me about
I
that.
need to see Cody.
There's a shirt like circulating right now of like Cody's face with like some dreads. You know what I mean? Like it's hysterical. It's like it's good. It's awesome.
That's fucking crazy.
But he's actually half Latino. I think he's like half Mexican actually.
Really? Mm-hmm. You lying.
No, bro. The wrestling podcast. Come on. I mean, I'm supposed to know these things.
You're supposed to know these things. Exactly.
Yeah, man. No, but
That's
it's
what's up, man.
It's good, man. Wrestling is fantastic. It brings people together, and whether you're a lifelong fan or, or just getting into the fold, there's something for everybody now, and I think that's what makes it amazing. And this is the part where I'll encourage your listeners to be like, if you can't make it to the big shows like the WWEs, the TNAs, the AEWs, that's fine.
Yeah.
But go to the local promotions. Because a lot of times, like 9 out of 10 times, you go to these local promotions and a former star or someone that's trying to, make it, you'll run into them, you'll make friends with them, you'll take pictures with them, and then 2-3 years later, you're gonna be like, oh crap, that dude is on SmackDown now? I remember hanging out with him, grabbing a bite, 2 years ago at that, at the Florida Gymnasium or something like that. I'm telling you, it's awesome.
Speaking of, so I told you, see how much time we got. Let's see, we got enough time. So I used to work for this school picture company, right? Every summer we would do, Hillsborough County puts on a fundraising event right at I don't know what the spot is called in Ybor, but it's right across from gas bars.
Okay.
And they have all the floors, they'll have a theme. The first year I did it, they had Caribbean theme, right? They had people on stilts. None of the music was Caribbean. None of the music was Caribbean. Next year they had, I can't remember, but it was supposed to be, whatever the theme was, there was more on brand the second year than that year. I've met, what's his name?
Titus O'Neil?
I met Titus O'Neil.
Yeah, that dude, that's the mayor of Tampa, baby.
Pretty much the mayor of Tampa, bro. When I tell you, my boy talk about how he met OJ.
Yeah.
And how OJ had a big ass fucking head. This man Titus,
huge
ass fucking head, bro.
No reason.
Like, you ever see Underworld?
Yeah.
And you know how the Lycans walk?
The Lycans, yeah.
He walks like a fucking Lycan, bro. I swear to God, bro. Like his hands out like this, and he's just, bro.
Wait, how does he walk?
Like, he's like that, bro. Like he's so stiff, and it's like he walked like his body hurt.
But that's why his body hurts.
His body hurts.
Yes.
So I've seen him a couple times. I actually got a chance to talk to him. I was doing an event for Greg. Greg had sent me to do a golf tournament.
Okay.
It was an NFL alum golf tournament, and he was one of the guys there.
One of the hosts or?
No, he was golfing.
Oh, he was golfing.
He was golfing.
He was one of the participants.
He was one
That's
of the
pretty
participants and stuff like that. He, like you said, he's the mayor, bro, so he knows everybody.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
So I go to the hole that he's at, and he's golfing, and I got my camera and stuff like that. So he comes. We have a tent set up with one of his greatest brands, And we asked him, I said, hey, can we get a picture? He said, how much you gonna pay me? And the girls was like kind of stunned that he said that. It's like, it's a picture. But I get it though. You're a brand. The crazy thing is though, the brand that we had at the table, he had just told us they sent him a check.
Yeah.
So take this picture, man.
Well, the thing is, like, you also got to remember they hustle.
Yes.
So when you start off as an independent wrestler, you learn, you know, that if you are a brand and you want somebody to, you know, because you got to remember the picture is not like what it was 20 years ago before social media.
Exactly.
Where it's like, oh, it's just for me, my personal memory. No, it's a flex. You want to post it. You want to show, hey, I met Titus O'Neil. So that's actually one thing that I'm learning with, you know, trying to book some wrestlers.
Yeah.
Some of them are like, yes, give me the exposure. I love it, you know, because they get it. They hustle, they want exposure. So if somebody's reaching out for your time, it's like, you know, I scratch my back, you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of situation.
Yeah.
But then you got others that are like, well, no, I've been on WWE, I've been on this, I've been on that. You know, I am a brand now. So if you want 35 to 45 minutes of my time, that'll be $50. You know what I mean? And I've run in that with some wrestlers. I mean, I'm not going to name them, you know, because I feel like, you know, I also hear a lot of podcasts, and one of the biggest things that I've heard going into this, which I thought was very helpful, was like, just because it's a no right now doesn't mean it's a no forever.
Exactly.
So like, yeah, right now we're like, I'm a nobody, right? But when we get to that point, it's like, I'm sure that no will turn into a yes. Yeah. Because now you want my level of exposure.
Exactly.
And you don't, you know, and one of the things that one of the Primos for Life alumni said, you know, ECW legend Angel Medina from the Baldies, he said the reason why he was always humble with people is because his trainer told him, hey, don't you forget, the same people you see going on the way top is the same people you see going on the way down. So, you know, shout outs to Angel Medina for that one.
Yes.
You know, but solid advice. And I think that's the beauty of, like, I think that's where me and Ariel find most happiness about the podcast is like, yeah, we joke with each other and stuff. But when we get to hear these stories, see how they started, what motivated them, how they kept going. Some of them tell us, you know, that they've been depressed. They you know, they had to find ways to reinvent themselves, how to get back into it, you know, or if they should just give up or this or that. Not like, hopefully not in a suicidal way, but I'm just saying, like, in a way of like, did I waste my time? Exactly. Or should I keep going? Exactly. And you know, and that's why we do it, because we want our listeners to realize that these folks are people too, and they have a story, and maybe, who knows, somebody listening is like, you know what, they did it, I'm gonna try it too. I'm gonna try to do podcasting, or I'm gonna try to become a wrestler, or based on this guy's information, I gotta go to this school to check this out, etc. Information. Whole point is to entertain and help everybody else out along the way.
That's what's up. Well, man, appreciate you coming on the podcast,
brother. Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
We're gonna finish these sticks, and we're gonna talk about some stuff we're not gonna put on camera.
Sorry.
And stuff like that.
That's for the Patreon website.
You know, I got a story about that too.
Oh gosh, when don't you have a story? You know.
But we want to give a shout out to Estate Cigar Lounge.
For sure.
Our boy Evan over there, he's handling business right now, but we want to thank him for letting us come into his spot, set up all these lights and cameras and things, and have a nice conversation over some drinks. But all right, y'all, till next time, we're going to say peace.
Peace.